I want you to watch this video and listen to the Senate President, what he said about the Igbos after the war. What he said about the Igbos, and many of you will agree with me, but some people, they never agree that the Igbos are people who go to places, build and develop wherever they find themselves. Just listen to this video. We'll be right back.
The Senate passed the Southeast Development Commission, and this is something we feel should have been done immediately after the war. There should have been a special commission to take care of the destruction and the effects of the civil war on the Igbo. A group of very mercantile people, hardworking people, who on their own, where do you think you would have taken money to do all they had done? Almost all the Igbo people that I know, after the Civil War, the billionaires are all self-made. Whether in the aviation industry, you look at Oyema, whether you look at Chief Okonkwo, who just found out that he wasn't the only one who sponsored Governor Gige. Yeah. And that Ifeanyi was also there, so I expect him and Governor Gige to go and discuss outside. That is United, whether Emeka Ofo, and so many others. I can tell you that the Igbos are self-made. The Igbos are very proud people. The Igbos are very mercantile. The Igbos are the only ethnic group in Nigeria that when they enter Kano State, they build houses in Kano State for themselves. They don't rent. They turn around the place. When they enter Lagos, they own almost 2 or 3 local governments and build houses and live there. There's no place they go to, they don't make impact. But other Nigerians will come to my state and rent houses and stay for 15 years and go back without building a structure. But the Igbos are not the same. They are not like that. Wherever they are. So Ifeanyi represented the creme de la creme of the Igbo enterprise.
So now you can confirm that Igbos are people that can build and develop wherever they find themselves. The more reason I've been shouting for the past 1 week that Igbos should focus on going back to the Southeast to make sure that they build the Southeast befitting. Let there be development in the Southeast. If you are Igbo in Lagos, Kano, in Port Harcourt, wherever you are, think going back home and put your house in order. Look at what's happening in Lagos. Look at the plans. This is an open secret. Not that they are hiding it from you. They are telling you to your face that you are not needed. Irrespective of the fact that Nigerians came together and built the Southwest. The federal government took our natural resources and built the Southwest. Southwest was placed at an advantaged position over other states. It got to this point. Now that Tinubu lost against Peter Obi in Lagos, the Yoruba Ronu stood up. The conservatives stood up, and they are targeting the Igbos. Their businesses and whatever they have in Lagos, their investment in Lagos, and they want to cut your wings and make sure they suppress you. So what would you do? The Senate President and every other senator standing there have confirmed that you people are people that can build from nothing. You go to Kano State, you build houses. Other tribes, according to him, go to Akpabio. They rent for 15 years, they go without developing, without adding infrastructure to their states. Igbos go, they build their houses, they add infrastructure, they pay taxes, and they do all what have you. They contribute to the GDP of the state, they contribute to the IGR of the state. We have more Igbos out of the Southeast than Igbos that are living in the Southeast. When you go to states, you find that Igbos are either second most populated tribe in every state in Nigeria or third or fourth, but they are amongst the largest tribe in most states in Nigeria. Whatever is happening in Lagos, whatever is happening in Ladipo, in Mushi local government, whatever is going to happen in Trade Fair, Alaba, and Computer Village, Igbos should understand that there's a need to go back and develop your state. You have what it takes, you have the capacity, you are well equipped, and you need to focus. Come back unite yourself, go back to the southeast and invest. He also said another thing. Akpabio said that the senators, no matter the threat, they must be available at Ifeanyi Ubah's burial in the southeast. No matter the threat, Ifeanyi Ubah will be buried in Nnewi. You see, very much important. They called for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They gave the Senate President an information. Take it back to the President that Nnamdi Kanu, respect this man's death. Nnamdi Kanu must be released. He said he was going to do so. Then he went on to say that whoever that is threatening that Ifeanyi Ubah would not be buried in Nnewi, we are going to see to the end of it. Senators will attend that burial. That means in Nnewi, Friday or Saturday, we have the battalion of Nigerian Army and all the security agencies would be in Nnewi to bury Ifeanyi Ubah. But my question is, after you bury Ifeanyi Ubah and you leave, would you also put security agents or security officers to guard the grave? Because we know what people can do. We know what people can do. When you look at the threats, they are saying that he will not rest in peace in Nnewi. You can start the process of taking him to bury there. You might not meet any resistance. But what about you leave? Would the people allow that man rest in peace? You know that he's been tagged an enemy of the Igbos because of his alleged role that he played in Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration, persecution, and abduction. When I go on the street, I listen to my Igbo brothers. I hear a lot of things they say about Ifeanyi Ubah. They don't like this guy at all. This guy is somebody that is well hated. I don't know how come this guy had to play into the hands of whoever that is playing the script that we are seeing today in the southeast. Don't you know that whatever we are seeing today in the southeast is a script that is played? There are forces, there are powers that will make sure that the southeast is not stable, because the eyes of Igbos are now open. One Nigeria is a scam to an average Igbo man. So their eyes now opening to the fact that they need to leave developing other states, other regions, go back to their state and develop their state. When you look at diaspora remittances, people that send money from abroad, Igbos are one of the highest people that remit money to Nigeria. And most of these guys are willing to invest in the southeast. The more people say they want to invest in the southeast, the more we see scenarios of insecurity, of fight. We kill this one, army, checkpoint, and this one. Somebody said that apart from the Navy, the Air Force, every other security agency in Nigeria has a checkpoint in the southeast. Whether it is police, whether it is DSS, whether it's NSCDC, whether it's Manuwa, whether it's the army, whether it's the Navy, every other security agency has a checkpoint in the southeast. To what end? People are being killed, but these checkpoints are not stopping the killings. So what message does that pass to you? People are being killed in the southeast. There's insecurity in some places in the southeast, but these checkpoints have not stopped. How do these unknown gunmen, or whoever you call them, move these guns, move this ammunition from one place to another where you have checkpoints? We are asking questions and they will do as if they didn't hear you. That is what thing about the way Nigeria operates and the way they work. You say, for instance, the police station you go, they tell you that bail is free. But many people have gone to the police station and they have witnessed and attested to the fact that bail is not free. Many people complain to the IG of police, to the police authorities. They just say they don't hear you. Until you carry bomb one day and blow up the police station because of that issue of bail is free. Then you see responses. And why would you do this? Why would these security agencies, why would the authorities not checkmate the excess checkpoint in the southeast? Why would the IG of police not checkmate this scam that Nigerians are being scammed at the police stations? Bail is free, but it is a lie. Bail is not free. It is not free. But you see, when this corruption keeps going on, there's a young lady in Port Harcourt that the Oga accused of stealing 34,000 naira. The Oga accused she and her second, they are two sales girls for the Oga. They accused the lady of stealing 34,000 naira. After the accusation, they arrested one girl, one of the girls. She went to the station because of 34,000 naira. Now, to bail the girl from the station, they are asking the father to pay 120,000 naira. Bail is free. What is the price? What are you tagging that 120,000 naira to? A bail that is free? Even if bail is not free, there's like bail. Somebody has stole, in quote, was accused of stealing 34,000 naira, and you're asking for a bail of 120,000. To what end? Did the court approve of that? 24 hours, you should have taken the girl to court, and the court will give his judgment. But the IG of police, security agencies, they'll just sit down and be looking at you. Things are going wrong, they'll be looking at you, and they will not do anything about it. The checkpoint in the southeast, people are being extorted, people are being kidnapped. So many things have been going on. Youths are being harassed. You have seen all of a sudden the police have been exposed on social media where they harass people, take millions of naira from them. If not for your phones and social media, they would deny. They would deny with evidence. That's why it's important for you to have your evidence. So if you know that Ifeanyi has become an enemy to the Igbo people, how else do you handle the situation? Not by threatening that we must go there, and this will happen. After 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, don't you think that somebody will just raise up one day and go and uproot something and do something? Because when we come to ideology is beyond force, use of force. That's why no matter what Buhari did, Egweke, Python dance, well-with, at the end of the day, this situation became worse. So you cannot use force on a people. You need to respect. So if Nnamdi Kanu is released, I think that is one of the things that will appease Nnewi people. If Nnamdi Kanu is released, not the threat. I think I see this as a threat. The people, he belongs to a people. That is Senator Ifeanyi, late Senator Ifeanyi. He belongs to the people, and the people say they don't want him. Are you going to force yourself on the people, on his people that say they don't want him? They have him, and they can do anything they want to do with him. They have a community, and if the community says otherwise, why would you want to use force? So when you use force, at the end of the day, do you think you're going to win? Or do you think that, look at the IDP camp of a thing. Using force on ideology does not make sense. You can lobby and come with an understanding to the people. Please, no arrogance. Please, we are working on releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Let everybody understand the role we are playing. Then there can be an understanding. Please, I want you to watch this video. There's another video I want you to watch.
On the 12th of December, I'm unleashing the biggest masquerade in the whole of Igbo. Nnewi is coming to Lagos, according to the 12th December masquerade party.
Okay, now we are looking at Ajofia masquerade, one of the biggest masquerade in Nnewi, Anambra State, bringing to Lagos. I've told our brothers, you see, all this nganga, all this raising of shoulders, you don't need it. What is most important now is to fix. Young people should think on how they can fix their homeland. What is the essence of bringing an biggest masquerade? Looking at the situation of things. Looking at the coast is not clear enough for you to start bringing all this celebration. You see the sentiment. You are coming to prove what, I don't know what you are coming to prove in Lagos. It is okay, you celebrate it in the southeast. Although I know that you are practicing your fundamental human right according to the 1999 Constitution, because nobody has the right to stop you from practicing your religion or your culture anywhere in Nigeria, anywhere, I repeat, anywhere in Nigeria, nobody has the right to stop you so far you follow through the right processes. So if you go through the police and everybody and local government, it is in their prerogative to allow you practice your fundamental human right. And if it, in any way you see that they don't want you to bring that Ajofia Nnewi in Lagos, you can go to court. We understand those processes, legal processes, because nobody has the right to stop anybody from. If the Yorubas want to do their Ubah'S festival, they can go to the southeast and do with permission, through legal framework, through the right means, through the right avenues. They can practice it. Like, for instance, if I'm an atheist, nobody stopped me from being an atheist. If I am a Buddha, I study my religion, nobody stops me. So your culture, nobody can stop you anywhere. So I see tweets, some tweets, people are saying that any local government that allow the Ajofia Nnewi, the local government do this one, they will do that one, that they have never seen. They trust any local government chairman not to allow such a masquerade of bad luck, of whatever, into Lagos. We see all those tweets, but all those ones don't hold water. If you follow through the 1999 constitution and you go through the right processes, except they want to play politics, because that is what they will play. They will always play politics. The local government might not allow you, or they might give one reason or the other because of the situation is insecurity, because of the clashes between Igbo and Yorubas in this area. We don't want this Ajofia Nnewi. Then all those things can come in at the end of the day. But nobody has the right to stop you. We understand that. But what is wrong with our Igbo people? All about show off, show off, show off. When will you stop this show off of a thing? It is right. You can do your Ajofia Nnewi where you can do it. We need to be wise and understand the terrain, what is going on. We are not here. Look at the chairman of Ladipo. Someone was asking me whether I'm getting the right information. My brother, I will not give you fake news. The chairman of Ladipo Market, after being told by the Mushi local government and the court, directive by the court, not to carry out any election. He, with his strong head, the normal bragging of an Igbo man, went on and carried on with the election and even did it in the night. The police that were sent there to stop the process, they overpowered the police. Contempt of court. Contempt of court. That is what this man, an Igbo man, who is expected to be wise and understand his environment, understand that the people he's dealing with, they are cunning. So you are bringing Ajofia masquerade into the biggest masquerade and you are bragging. When you are being stopped halfway now, you start crying foul. See, we need to be wise most times about what we have the right, but sometimes you sit down and rethink what you're doing. Rethink. This man, the chairman of Ladipo Market, has been arrested. Yes, he has been arrested. He's in Abuja with his people. So what is he going to do now with his bragging? What is he going to do now with his bragging? This is one of the issues I have with my Igbo brothers. Now he's locked up with his people. They are there in the cell. So what is he going to do? What is he going to do with all his bragging and shouting? He's disgracing himself. Look at Eze Ndigbo Lagos. You see, most of us need to be wise. Wise as serpent. Not all gra-gra, all the while just doing gra-gra. Eze Ndigbo Lagos is in captivity. I will not call that is in a cell. They capture him. He's there with all the braggings. See, when you are in a foreign land, you need to understand the handwriting on the wall, that there's an onslaught against the Igbo people. There's a calculate. If you are in Lagos and you don't understand this, and you don't know how to comport yourself, and you don't know that you need to be wise enough to start pushing your development to the southeast, and you are here bragging, and this one is bringing Ajofia Nnewi to Lagos, and when you bring it and they sabotage it and they play off, then you start crying foul. When you have not, if you don't do it in Nnewi, what will be? I think it's all for show and entertainment. Now Igbos don't need anything show entertainment. We need to start rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding. Akpabio said it. that the Southeast Development Commission was created to rebuild the Southeast. So you are here coming to show off your Ajofia Nnewi, so that what will not happen. See, we need to understand that we are in a tight place in Nigeria, irrespective of the fact that so many people are ganged up against us. We remain resolute and focused on achieving something, not trying to show off. Now, December, people will just go and, you see somebody, content creator or bloggers, they will just go and start showing people's houses in the Southeast. That Nnewi go, and this one down, this big house. All these are balderdash, they are rubbish and nonsense. It does not contribute to the development of Igbo. That your house, how much does he generate for your community? You and your family will stay there. How does that transcend into IGR or development of the community? Community that does not have street light, does not have free water, public water, that does not have good road networks, but you go inside one bush and you are showcasing a house. How can you be that stupid not to understand that we are just fooling ourselves? I'm not saying it is not your right, but let's be wise. Bringing Ajofia Nnewi to Lagos State, I'm not saying it is wrong, but let's be wise. These times, we have been in Lagos, we understand the politics that has been played. And the better you understand, the better you retrace your steps. All for sure. When you look at blue chip companies in Nigeria, they are owned by the Yorubas, because these Yorubas, they stooped to conquer. They were calculative. They were not bragging enough. They were calculative in their move, in whatever they are doing. The Igbos dominated Nollywood, but now it is the Yorubas that are dominating Nollywood. Most of them are doing wonderful things. One has a village. Which one do you have? Do you have in the Southeast? Southeast actors, the Southwest actors, they are coming together, building things. They don't make much noise. But our Southeast actors, the Igbo actors, they are just individual. This one do show that place, that one do show that place. They don't come together to build a formidable team developing the Southeast. Do you have a film village, an Igbo film village in the Southeast? But you have numerous in the Southwest. If we want to be creative, let's be creative in developing. So why bringing from, what is the essence of bringing Ajofian? What's the essence? Most Southeasterners are going back to the village. You can always do it there. It is all for show. This thing that has to do with show, Igbo man and show off. Igbo man and show off. It is killing us. It is killing us a lot. When you look at the billionaires in the Southeast, they are not people that show off. Most of them don't want to show their face. But it's just all these people that just hit money yesterday and everything. They are just coming out to make us look stupid. Please, Ajofia Nnewi should. I'm not supporting the Yorubas, but I'm being reasonable here. I've said it that no law stops you. You need to get permission from the local government, from the police and other authorities to do what you are going to do. Of course, they are obligated to allow you practice what you want to practice, because this is Nigeria. But if they play politics on you, seeing your foolishness in sort of way, your aggressiveness or your coming to show off, looking at the terrain, they will tell you that, see, this thing, bringing this thing here, most of the indigenes are shouting. These people will go and meet and lobby the local government and make sure you don't do your Ajofia Nnewi in Southeast, in Lagos State. So what's the essence? What's the essence of us disturbing ourselves? I pray we understand that the best way now to start building the Southeast is to act more and keep short. Equip yourself. Study PhD skills, tech skills, engineering skills, agricultural skills, revolution in the Southeast, and do it quietly. Don't brag and don't boast. This bragging and boasting will not help us to build the southeast of our choice. I don't believe that pride is part of our culture. Bragging is part of our culture. Our culture is that we show workings with the things that we have achieved. People are the ones that sing our praises, not we singing our praises.